Oh, none of that recorded. Lovely.
Today, it is finally time to get some more information on the Mario Kart World game coming to Nintendo Switch 2, but I also want to give my thoughts on the first Nintendo Switch 2 Direct we got this year. I essentially want to give my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct since I missed out on the opportunity to record my reaction for it. It was late at night and I wasn't in a position to record anyway, but I wanted to give my overall thoughts anyway, just briefly before we watch the Mario Kart World Direct later tonight. I'll briefly go over the hardware since it's kind of what I expected for the most part in terms of specs and everything that we got. Obviously was not expecting 120 frames per second. Really surprised by that. I was assuming that they were going to stick to 60, but having it go up to 120 is really nice and a welcome addition. In terms of everything else, though, it's pretty much what I expected, and a lot of people had been saying was rumored for, years now. How long have we been talking about a Switch successor for? I'm really happy with everything we've seen. I have no complaints personally. Obviously, I know the price is the topic of conversation at the minute. There's nothing that I can say that hasn't already been said. The Direct kind of focused more on games than I was expecting it to. I don't know why I expected it to be more of a hardware presentation. Maybe that's just how I'm remembering the Switch 1's Direct going back in 2017, but I could be wrong. I think, the games are what's going to matter the most to a lot of people, since the price of most games are what's concerning everyone at the minute. I'm going to start off with what the big one is in my eyes, since I'm going to be talking about Mario Kart World later, and that is Donkey Kong Bananza. Considering it's the first 3D Donkey Kong we've had since 1999, a lot of people are going to be stoked for this game and stoked for its inclusion. I grew up playing DK64. It's both mine and my mother's one of our favourite games growing up, so seeing that we're getting a brand new Donkey Kong that is quite faithful to DK64 in some aspects is really awesome to see, and I'm super stoked for what we're going to expect for that game. It's one of those games that I looked at and I'm like, don't need another trailer, I'm buying it, you've sold me on it. Like, they handled the trailer really well. Everything I saw looked so promising. You can tell it was made by the same EPD group that made Super Mario Odyssey, so I can tell that it's going to be a really good game to play, and I'm super looking forward to it. Another game I want to touch on is the DuskBloods, the From Software exclusive that we're getting on the Switch 2. That was a shock and a half that I don't think anyone had on their bingo cards. Seeing how successful Bloodborne is and how its ties to Sony are, I don't think anyone really expected a From Software title coming to the Switch. We obviously got a lot of big third-party news, such as Elden Ring coming to the Switch too. We've got Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4 as well coming to the Switch 2. So to see that we got a From Software game, and not only, from what we can tell, in the universe of Bloodborne, but an exclusive to the Switch 2, that is something that I don't think anyone would have predicted to happen. Another big announcement for me was GameCube games coming to the Switch 2. I didn't think they were going to do it. They've been dodging GameCube games for as long as I can remember. We haven't really gotten any many ports of GameCube games, that is. So I think to finally be able to get some of these games, obviously we're only getting the 3 at launch, Soul Calibur 2, Wind Waker, and the F-Zero game. No, really looking forward to being able to play some of those games from the library, the GameCube library again. I want to touch on the idea of the Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games. I definitely think there's a lot of misinformation going around when it comes to those games. You're going to have to pay the $10 upgrade pack fee or whatever they're charging for it. I know it's not a lot. They revealed the price for it and it was next to nothing, which is good. I kind of had a feeling that with the backwards compatibility was going to come these Nintendo Switch 2 edition games. Realistically, though, the main ones that I would want to focus on are games that I can replay that didn't have the best frame rate. So, the Pokemon franchise, for example, I'm really looking forward to playing Pokemon Scarlet. I'd happily start a new playthrough of that, seeing that it should run at a smoother frame rate now. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom as well are two other games that I might revisit. It just gives me another excuse to play these games again at a higher fidelity, higher frame rate. It's what people have been wanting. There's obviously mods for all that online, but, that's not particularly in the favor of Nintendo. I'm really happy with it for the most part. The paid Switch 2 editions are where it gets a little iffy. I know that with Switch Online you get Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom's editions for free. Fair enough, that's one way to sell it. I don't think I'd pick up the upgrade for... Well, seeing it's only $10 I might, but I probably won't pick up the upgrade for Super Mario Party Jamboree. I just don't see myself using Jamboree TV, seeing that its focus is around the camera. I don't see the point. And I only ever play that game with mates in person anyway, so I just personally don't see a point of using or getting the upgrade for that. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, however, adding a whole extra side mode in traditional Kirby fashion of porting games, add a full new story, whether it's a side story, a post-game story, something. That's one I will probably be buying, seeing that it adds the extra content, and seeing that it's only $10 for pretty much a whole new set of levels. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Overall, I don't really have much else to say. For the most part, it was kind of what I expected out of the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. There are a lot of good surprises that I'm happy with, but overall, I'm just really excited to have something fresh. I've got a day one Switch, and the only issue I really had with it is that I'm missing the kickstand, and the little rinds on the fan have snapped off, so it's just one big hole. So that's really the only issues I've had with my Switch. Never experienced Joy-Con drift. I never had that problem, so I was one of the lucky few. I don't really mind if they don't use Hall Effect joysticks, because I'm pretty sure Nintendo did a patent on their own technology for the joysticks to make sure that they're not getting the drift. I'm not 100% sure on that. I did see it somewhere. I obviously know the internet spreads stuff. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I haven't done my research. Overall, I think I'm just, at the end of the day, really excited that we're finally getting new Nintendo stuff. Because you could kind of tell over the last few years that there were a couple of whoa, this is a big game. But at the same time, it was kind of just pushing content for the sake of pushing it. It's good that we're finally getting the next era of Nintendo. I'll speak a little bit about Mario Kart World before the Direct starts. That gives me time to write down a few of my thoughts at the minute. I'm super stoked for the game in a short summary. There are a few concerns I have. Again, nothing that hasn't been said already. Anyway, I've got about 2 hours till the Direct starts, so I will see you guys right before the Direct's about to air, and I'll give my thoughts on Mario Kart World. Another one that I completely forgot to bring up when I was talking before was Kirby Air Riders. That's absolutely huge. I never got a chance to play Kirby Air Riders myself, only through friends and whatnot, but to see that Sakurai has been working on Kirby Air Riders as his next project is awesome, and the game is going to look so good. Now, obviously, the big one is what we're watching today, the Mario Kart World Direct. Mario Kart World, after 11 years, we finally have a new Mario Kart. And I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. I think it's been long enough now that Nintendo could get away with a new formula to the franchise, because we've been playing the same game for 11 years. So being able to go into this wide of a direction with it, You know, I think it would be approached differently if we had the normal gap between Mario Karts. It's like the 4 or 5 years or whatever. When Mario Kart 8 came out and it only had the 8 cups, that was great. That was what we were used to. And then we got the first set of DLC, the extra cups that brought the crossover characters into it, as well as new tracks from crossover franchises too. And that gave us a taste to what DLC could be in Mario Kart, which was all well and done. You know, we were satisfied at the time. And then when the Switch launched and we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it was kind of like, oh, awesome. You know, more people get a chance to play the game who didn't end up buying a Wii U. But there's some quality of life features to put on top of that. We got purple drift boosts, the Ultra Mini Turbos. We got a refined battle mode, which everyone was really happy that we got a proper battle mode, which I'm hoping they show off in this direct today. I think they really need to give us battle mode. We did see what looks to be like Nintendo 64 Big Donut and I believe Wii's Thwomp Ruins hiding in the map. That could just be coincidences, but that's, you know, they have been spotted. So hopefully we get news on battle mode. That'd be great. And then, but that was it for Mario Kart 8. You know, it was kind of just like, here's a new battle mode. Here's a couple extra characters. Everything else is the same. So it was a long few years before we started to get extra content. Like, it was 2022 when we got the Booster Course Pass. And I think at that point, I stand by this theory that they were getting ready to launch the next Mario Kart, but then realized, like, they had Mario Kart Tour going at the time. They had Mario Kart 8 that was still selling really well. And thanks to COVID, everyone was buying these games. So I think Nintendo decided to pull back a bit, go, well, we'll save Mario Kart as a launch title for the next console. That'll give the dev team to spend more time on the game as well. You know, I think Nintendo knew that we were deprived of stuff, or deprived of content, I should say. So by bringing the Booster Course Pass to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, we had 2 years worth of content that we could look forward to just to keep the game fresh. But obviously that's nothing compared to a whole new game, which in this instance is going to change up our entire perception of how Mario Kart works as a franchise. I think the main thing Nintendo needs to do in this direct is justify the price. Don't get me wrong, I've already pre-ordered this game. I plan to buy it no matter what the price is. I do firmly believe that the prices that Nintendo are putting everything at are the prices that will, you know, they will stay what the prices are, at least over in Australia for me. I believe Nintendo will keep the prices how they are. It's up to them now to justify those prices, because, you know, for me in Australia, $120 for a game is a little ridiculous. There are other franchises that I won't name that have similar price tags, but this is a reputational thing for those franchises. Nintendo has never come anywhere near $120 for us. It's always been $80 at most. I think Tears of the Kingdom was the first game that was like $90, almost $100, and that was like, you know, fair enough. Tears of the Kingdom, it was a big game. It was triple the size of Breath of the Wild realistically. That was fair. But now we're jumping to a $120 game. Obviously, I know that the currency conversion has significantly gone up. So the trade is a lot more expensive now. Like, I think to the US dollar, the Australian dollar is at a 1.6 times increase, which is just, yeah, it is absurd. A story mode of some kind or some sort of single player objective is a given. We've seen hints that there's going to be some sort of single player focus with Rainbow Road not being seen anywhere. The tease of the rainbow fragments in the main city track. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but you see it in the clip where Luigi's on the motorcycle, and you see in the background. You know, I feel like that has some story implications on how we're going to unlock Rainbow Road and be able to play it. Then there's also the fact of, well, Rainbow Road wasn't on the map, but the cups were shown and showcased what tracks were raceable. Where's Rainbow Road going to go in Grand Prix mode? There's a lot of questions that we have that need answering. Oh, no bad question. Well, there are a few bad questions, again, to do with price, but no bad questions in terms of the game's content-wise. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure everything will be... Yeah, I've got nothing else to say, really. I'm been dying for a new Mario Kart. I play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to death. You know, I am ready for a change. It started to diminish over the last couple of years, or the last couple of months. But in the lead up to Mario Kart World has, you know, sparked that interest in the franchise again, and I'm ready for what's next. I forgot to mention it earlier. I apologize. I am recovering from illness at the minute. So that's, if I sound like, that's why. I definitely want to see more characters. I do want to see more courses. I think the intermission concept is, it's a good idea. I like it. If we can turn the intermission races off and just have it be a traditional Grand Prix, I honestly think I'd keep, personally, this is just at the moment, I won't know till I give it a go. I don't think I would keep the intermission segments on after the first playthrough. I think after I do each cup once with the intermission, I don't think I'd leave it on after that. I think I'd switch it back off so I could experience the tracks. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these in the middle laps will be cool. You know, there's no way to know until I get my hands on the game, which won't be till June 5th. I really hope they do go into this a bit more, because I think a lot of people are concerned about the whole doing these long laps. Here we go. Which Cooper Beach is it? Cooper Beach 2. Okay, and that was the Ghost Valleys as well. Ooh.
Drivers, start your engines. Welcome to the Mario Kart World game. Available exclusively on the Nintendo Switch
Mario Kart 8
system.
theme in there?
What
I can hear that.
races await you? In Mario
That's a
Kart
nice
World,
remix. I do
you'll
like
aim
this.
for first place in each Grand Prix. But why stop there? Across cities, plains, a desert, and even the ocean,
I'm glad I can play as Shy Guy
you can
again.
drive virtually everywhere in this fully interconnected world.
Is there
Races are
more?
held on courses scattered throughout
I don't
various
know.
regions
I didn't
that
know
span
if I
this
saw
world.
more on the map. I'm gonna have to go
And
back and look at
freely
it.
drive between them.
Oh, that's so cool.
There's a lot in store, and we're only at the starting line. Let's introduce some of the courses that are waiting for you.
Okay,
Here we go.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm glad they're starting with courses. This is gonna be
Courses
good.
are found throughout the world, inspired by their surrounding region.
Yep.
Let's take a look at some
The
of the new
music is
courses to
so
explore.
good, and we've hardly heard much of it. But the music
Ride
sounds
the bridges and
unreal.
roads on Mario Brothers Circuit.
Yeah, we've seen this track. I quite
And
like
cruise
this
the
as a
curves
starter
around the
track.
canyon. You can't miss it.
This is a good first track because it's not traditional stadium.
See the sights and
Crown
structures
City.
of Crown
That's
City.
the city I was talking about.
You can even soar in style down Main Street. Drift along the rapid waterways of Salty Speedway.
I'm really keen to play this track. I like
make
the
a
idea of being in like a
splash around the
Venice
city's
City,
canals.
like racing through the water. I think that's going to be sick.
Stay cool in the snowy trails of Starview Peak. Just don't slip off while soaking up the scenery. Have a spirited showing
This is a
at the
very
Ghostly
cool
movie theater
track.
Boo Cinema. It's a whole new kind
Very
of
cool
drive-in
track.
theater. And
Dazzle's Castle.
in addition to lots of new courses, there's Toad's Factory, Peach Beach,
Oh, it is Peach Beach. Nice.
Wario Shipyard, and more. Nostalgic courses from past titles are also here.
Yep.
But now they're reimagined and spread throughout the world, where races can happen during the day or at night.
I can't see any new track. They're still hiding Rainbow Road, so that's very interesting. Okay.
Race
characters.
as familiar characters like Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, and Yoshi.
Oh, Yoshi confirmed, baby.
Plus
Let's
new
go.
drivers like Goomba.
I'm so glad
Spike.
Goomba's getting the spotlight.
And that's right, Cow. Even more new racers are waiting and ready to roll. Select your character.
Yeah,
Choose your
okay, that is
vehicle,
how they're doing the
Then
menu.
you're off to the races. Characters and vehicles each have different stats.
I wish they
so make
stacked
sure
the
to find
costumes.
combo that best suits you.
Because I just don't know how I feel about having their own slot for it.
There
I'd
are
rather
two
just be
main
like,
styles
I want
of
to play as
racing
Luigi,
revving
but
up
in
in
a
this world.
different
Grand
costume.
Prix and Knockout Tour. In both modes, up to 24 drivers can
GameCube
participate.
battle mode
The
theme?
most in series history. Your rivals aren't
Yeah,
the
this is the
only
GameCube
hazards
battle
you'll need
mode
to
theme,
avoid
Double
on the
Dash.
road. Look out for cars that shoot bullet bills, attacks from Hammer Brothers, and other obstacles along the way. Try to steer clear. And now, get ready for Grand Prix with Mushroom
A
Cup,
lot of classic
Flower
songs
Cup,
they're remaking.
Star Cup, and more. Grand Prix races are held all around the game's world. You'll race through 4 different courses in each cup and aim for the top spot. In Mushroom Cup, you'll start off racing around Mario Brothers Circuit.
This is still all
The second
information
race
we
will take you
sort
from
of
Mario
know.
Brothers Circuit to Crown City. For the first time, you'll need to drive yourself to the next course in Grand Prix.
Just
So don't sleep at the wheel. And if you conquer
Oh,
all
nice.
Grand
The
Prix
cups look
cups,
nice.
rumor has it that a certain colorful course will appear.
there you go. Alright, well now we know.
Next up is a new mode, Knockout Tour. From Golden Rally to Ice Rally and more. These extended races take you from one end of the world to the other.
I'm very interested to play this. I think this will be cool.
Get ready for a sprint. But you've got to place if you want to stay in the race. Speed towards checkpoints
I'm loving the
throughout
car
world. If
designs.
you don't
Like,
make the cut, you're
the
out of
customization
running.
was cool, but I do really think I prefer just having
Buckle
preset
up.
vehicles.
The competition
Because they're
gets
not going to
more
be
intense
ugly.
as
We're not
you
going to have
close
roller
in
wheels
the
on everything
checkpoints.
now.
You've got to drive
So,
to survive
'cause,
and
like,
knockout tour.
Yeah,
So
I
keep your
just,
eyes on
I'm
the
really
prize
happy that
and
we've got
aim for
preset
first
vehicles
place.
now. Okay, they are flying through this, but... There.
Items can drastically change the outcome of a race. Here are some new items that'll help you out. Coin shell.
Alright,
When
it
you
is
throw
called the
a
coin shell.
Coins will appear. Now's your
Interesting
chance
it's
to
not
grab
called the
them.
golden
Just
shell,
don't
but
let your rivals
fair enough.
cash
It is
in
a
first.
coin shell.
Ice flower. With the ice flower, you can
I like
freeze
that
out
they
rivals
made it
and
work
send them
like the
spinning.
fire flower in terms of how you use
Aim
it.
the hammer in an arc,
Because in Tor it
and
was
nailed
like
it.
3 at
Hammers
once, I
also
think,
stay
and
on
it
the
was
course
just kind
for
of
a short
whatever.
time and can be used to block off rivals. Mega Mushroom. With the Mega Mushroom,
Yeah, they brought
go
the Mega
big,
Mushroom
so your
back.
rivals
Very
will go home.
nice.
Feather. Use the feather to jump up and avoid attacks.
That's going to create a lot of good shortcuts, I think. I think the
May
feather
even
would be
discover
really
some
good.
Unexpected routes.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. I'm glad the feather's in the races now.
With Comics magic, your rivals will transform. What other mysterious effects will happen? You'll have to see for yourself.
That's funny.
The lower your placement, the more likely you are to find items that'll turn the tables. So when you get items, go for it. And if you're new to the
Dino
Mario
Dino
Kart
Jungle.
series, there are added support features to help you along the way.
Ooh, rock remix.
These include smart steering, which helps you stay on the course.
Good song.
Tilt controls, where you can hold a Joy-Con 2 controller horizontally and use motion controls to
Can't
steer.
hold any other controller
And
horizontally
if you
though.
have the Joy-Con 2 wheel,
Oh, there you go.
you can feel like you're really driving.
Will not be buying that, but sick. Oh, free roam.
Whew, how about a quick break? A snack sounds good right about now.
Yes,
Hey, look,
costumes.
It's a drive-through. Here at Yoshi's, you can grab an order to go. Dash food. Take a bite and
What is this song? I know
you
this song
can
from
unlock
somewhere.
outfits inspired by your meal.
Oh, they are inspired by the meal.
Eat some
Okay.
sushi and whoa, nice threads. Once unlocked, these outfits can be selected from the character selection screen.
Nice.
Who knows what dishes or outfits you'll find? Make a
Yeah,
pit stop
okay.
and check out these drive-thrus all around the world.
Yeah, so it is interesting that they're
That was a
based
nice
on the
detour.
foods that you get.
Now let's get back to the action.
That's cool. New tricks, okay.
Let's introduce some new tricks that'll help you ace each race.
I'm assuming they're going to go over the standing jump, the charge
You can now
jump, is
use
what
a
they're
charge
calling it.
jump by holding the drift button while driving straight ahead. Charge and release to jump.
Okay. And this is where you can
Use
do a
this to
flip onto
leap
a
over
rail.
obstacles. Grind along power lines. And dodge attacks from your rivals.
Yeah. Oh, I
And
just
if you
realized
jump
that's the
toward
racing suit.
wall, you can
Cogdo!
wall ride for a short period of time.
Oh, that's insane. The wall riding is going to be so much fun.
Chain some tricks together, and you may even reach places like this. Ah, so close. Almost there.
Don't tell me there's a way to
Whenever
get
this
it.
happens, be kind and rewind. This will return your vehicle to its original position. Nice, made it. This can come in handy when mapping out how to best approach a course. Keep in mind, though, your rivals will still move normally when you rewind. So don't lose your
Oh.
lead.
Interesting, okay.
Want to take a spin in even more
Battle
races?
mode. Yeah,
In time
interesting.
trials, it's you against the
I don't know
clock.
how I feel about Rewind.
Here you can race without any other competitors.
I'm glad Time Trials is back. Oh, that was the B
And
Dasher, I just
if you go
realized.
online, you can
I knew they were
download
gonna
and
bring that
compete
back.
against ghost data from racers around the world.
Same old.
Customize the rules of the road in Versus Race. You can use the classic rule set of running 3 laps within the same course. Or you can choose to drive the distance from one course to another.
Oh,
You
okay.
can even take the road less traveled and choose routes that aren't in Grand Prix or Knockout Tour.
There you go. Well, that's good that you
Up
can
to
switch it up.
24 drivers can now compete in 2, 3, or even
Oh,
4
wow,
teams.
4 teams.
Group
That's
up and
cool.
Get ready to put the pedal
I like
to
that.
the
2
metal.
teams would be a bit too skewed, I think. 4 teams is good. Yeah.
Next up,
4 teams would be
battle
good.
mode.
Nice.
Pop up locally
About
or
time.
online in balloon battle. Use items to burst your rivals' balloons. Pop them all and your rivals out.
Okay, there are battle courses.
And coin runners, where you can go for the gold by
They look
collecting the
like
most
they're
coins.
just in the open one. Oh, it is Big Donut.
Race or battle, enjoy whatever drives you.
That's 100% Big Donut. It can't not be. Oh, that's all you're gonna. Ah. Okay, that's fine. We do know the battle
When
mode's
you're not
here, and
racing,
it's somewhat
you can enjoy
normal.
free roam and go wherever your heart takes you. No roads? No problem. Ride the rivers.
I like that Donkey Kong's
See the
using the
seas.
same tricks, even in his new
Drive
art
the
style.
desert.
I love the pokey. That's awesome.
Or jump off from way up here. You can
Nice.
go wherever you like, even
Awesome.
to the edges of the world. Hey,
They've
there's a
even got
P-switch
stuff all the
over
way
there.
out here.
Hit hundreds of P-switches you find across the world to start missions.
Yeah, so what do you get?
By completing them, you can hone your driving ability outside of races.
Oh, you get the stickers, okay.
There are also hidden coins.
Hidden coins. That unlock a character? Oh, I love that
Battles.
Shogo skin.
And more. So take the scenic route and explore. Also, during free roam, you can take photos whenever you like.
Oh, I
a
like
pose.
that you can change the
Look
pose.
at the
That's cool.
camera. Choose a frame to decorate, and nice. That one's a winner.
That's cool.
If one person has Mario Kart World, up to 4 players can race in split screen on the same system.
At 30 frames a second.
The game also supports local wireless play. Up to 8 players, with up to 2 players on each system, can race together this way. And up to 24 players from around the world can join a race or battle in online play.
Yeah, there are proper sized battle arenas. Okay, fair enough.
This
Don't
may
know how
look
long
like
it's
free
been.
roam, but this is where you'll wait while your friends join you.
Oh, there's a clock right in front of me.
Looks
It's been
like someone's
15 minutes. I haven't really gone over a lot.
Yep, you can meet up with your crew anywhere in this world. By checking the map, you can quickly see where your friends are and travel to their location.
Okay, fast traveling is nice.
Battle or race with custom rules. Or just go for a ride together. Make this road trip your own. You can also take photos together along the way, if that's more your speed.
I'm a bit worried. It's been 15
With
minutes,
Game
and
Chat,
they just
enjoy
haven't
an
really
expanded
said anything
experience by
new,
talking
I
online with
suppose.
friends. Use the built-in microphone to voice
Nothing
chat
that's
while
kind of just
driving
like,
together.
whoa, you know?
Let's go. Let's go. Check this out. Nice. Are you kidding me? All right.
Or take a back seat and watch each other's game screens. If you have a Nintendo Switch 2 camera, you can enjoy seeing your friends' reactions while playing together. Who's close by? Wait, who just passed me? You'll be able to tell in an instant.
It reminds me of the
Hey,
Mario
Michelle,
Kart
and
arcade
bullseye.
machines. Quite funny.
And when playing together in person on the same system, a single camera can detect up to 4 people's faces. Enjoy the view and get ready to face off with your friends. A transcontinental race around the world is just around the corner in Mario Kart World, available exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. A hardware bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World will also be available.
Did they cover anything new? Or like anything unexpected, I suppose? Other than, I think the only thing that comes to mind is the P-Switch mission thing. And even then, they really didn't go into that. Look, I'm still getting the game. I don't think that's going to sell it to people. You know, I think all of that information we've had is kind of what people expected. Yeah, they didn't really cover anything new. Don't get me wrong, we got official announcements for certain things, but they were the type of things that we kind of knew were coming. You know, time trial, no-brainer. Versus mode, no-brainer. Battle mode was skeptical, but it is there. The battle maps that they showed looked fine. They looked better than what they did with Mario Kart 8. Being the open world, I wasn't sure how they were going to handle it, but it looks like they've kept it safe. They've stuck traditional with it. But all of it kind of shoe-ins. Online mode, nothing different there. They had to showcase the camera. I don't know why there's such a heavy focus on this camera. I don't know why they were telling everyone to stay tuned for this direct to understand. Like I said, I'm still getting the game. That's a personal choice of mine. I don't think anything that was said in this really changed anyone's opinions on anything. Like, none of my questions got answered, really. Except the P-switches, the question blocks, and the gold coins. But even then, there were things there that created more questions, like the gold coins, for example. Like, is that meant to be a character, or is that a sticker? My gut is telling me that's just a sticker, and they've made it look like a hidden character for some reason. But, like, if free roam is just a collectathon, then I just don't think it's enough. It's one of those things that I'm just gonna have to wait till the game's released to be able to give my verdict on it. I don't know. It was a very safe direct. I think it wasn't. I didn't really go into a lot. I was a bit worried about 15 minutes when they announced that was how long it was going to be. I thought to myself at first, well, that's not a lot of info, you know, not a lot of time to give us a lot of info. But then people were saying, oh, you know, the Mario Wonder Direct was only 15 minutes and look how much we learned about that. So I was kind of like, fair enough. But I think the issue was we learned so much from the game, from the original trailer, from the treehouse footage, and from people recording the Nintendo experience. We learned so much just from that I don't feel like anything in this video was a surprise, I suppose. Look, excited for the game at the end of the day. I feel like we didn't need this direct, personally. I feel like we didn't need this direct. We well could have just waited till June 5th and experienced the game. Because if we didn't get this and people went, oh, they've got versus mode, yeah, I don't think anyone is going to be surprised about that. You know what I mean? Like, they expect it to be there. It's one of those things that has been in every Mario Kart for so long now, except Mario Kart 7 for some reason. But I digress. It's just one of those things you expect to come with it. Like, if you buy, I don't know, if you buy a console now, for example, you expect it to come with a controller, because how are you going to play the game, like play the console without a controller? It's kind of the same thing. You know, you expect it to come with time trial, battle mode, versus mode, online play. I just don't think they showed enough of. And I think that's going to be the topic of discussion online. I could be wrong. I could very much be wrong. I think I expected more personally. I'm still getting the game, but I just think that's going to be what people are saying online, that I don't think this direct was really worth the time. Otherwise, I'm super excited for Mario Kart World. Yeah, outro.